far. The only two losses have been to Nebraska and Louisville, both highly ranked teams, both sweeps. And we're about to be underway here as first serve is in the books. Tip. First point goes to the Demon Deacons. Sahara Maruska getting it going for Wake Forest. It's 1-0 early. At the service line, Becca Bellows, the freshman out of Wheaton, Illinois, continues. She will register the ace. High energy coming from Wake Forest on the court, on the bench so far. 2-0. Head coach Randy Smart in her 6th season at the helm of Wake Forest. Her squad's fighting pretty well so far this season. Rubin puts Stanford on the board. Make it 2-1 for the side out.
Stanford serving first for the Cardinal this afternoon.
Elena Ogilvy serving first for the Cardinal, the 5th year out of Honolulu, Hawaii. One of the leaders on this Stanford team. Off the top of the net. The ace is secured. We are tied at 2. Ogilvy had a match-high 22 digs against NC State on Friday. She had 7 assists. This is her first ace of the weekend. Just long. The Cardinal will take the lead for the first time in the match, 3-2. Cardinals sitting at number 5 in the national rankings. They were number 5 in the preseason poll. They've been as high as number 2 for back-to-back weeks in September. Now sitting at number 5 once again. The tip. Handled by the Cardinal. The point goes to Stanford. It's now 4-2. Harvey was on top of it. The run continues. Answering, Dior Charles. Bringing Wake Forest within 1. 4-3 Cardinal. 3 will now serve 4. Dior Charles hit 500 against Cal with a match-high 5 blocks. It's the 5th time she's had the team high in that category. But the service error there will give another one to Stanford to make it 5-3. Jordan Harvey now in to serve. She'll move closer to the Stanford bench. That's just long. Back-to-back service errors, sits at 5-4. Cardinals still have the edge. Melissa Cowell comes in for the Cardinal as Emma Farrell will go to the service line, the junior out of Norcross, Georgia. Minor wins the battle at the net. Cardinal now with 6. Elia Rubin will serve, 6 serving 4. Rubin had her 4th double-double of the season against NC State on Friday. 13 kills, 13 digs, along with 4 blocks. That hit is long from Layla Ricks. Cardinal now with 7. I mentioned this is the first ever meeting between these two programs, and it's marked with some excitement. The Stanford band is in the house. They try to make their rounds to all the different sports here on the farm. They're here to cause some trouble. The tip. Minor at the back set. Francis makes her presence known. Francis with her first kill of the day. Cardinal now up by 4. We sit at 8-4. Wake Forest will call the timeout. We'll take the break and be back in just a bit.
Hey, Cardinal fans, want to see your face on the big screen? Scan the QR code now for your chance to see your picture on the video board.
Coming back out of the break, number 5, Stanford leading Wake Forest 8-4 here in the first set. Again, both teams sitting at 2-1 so far in ACC play. Looking to get the advantage here. Their potential third win in conference. Elliot Rubin at the service line for the Cardinal. The tip, and it's successful. Paige Crawford puts one in the Wake Forest column. It's 8-5. Ryan Baker will come in to serve for the Demon Deacons, the junior out of Rolling Meadows, Illinois. All ACC academic honoree a year ago. Opportunity there with the free ball, but hit too long from Wake Forest. So the Cardinal with 9. 9 serving 5 as Taylor Bevan will come in for Stanford, the senior out of St. Louis, Missouri. She played in every match as a sophomore and a freshman. 2-time Pac-12 honor roll. Off the top of the net. Miscommunication there for the Demon Deacons, and it's double digits for the Card. Stanford now with the 5-point lead, 10 serving 5. The block in place. Cami Minor, Lizzie Andrew right next to her. Make it 11 for the Card. Minor so versatile, runs the offense as the setter. They can get kills, digs, and blocks as well. But right there, it goes to Wake Forest. The Demon Deacons make it 11-6. Ogilvy back in for the Cardinal. Paige Crawford now serving. Junior out of Wimberley, Texas. Ogilvy, Minor to Andrew, but handled by Wake Forest. Tip. Epar Kurt in. Off the block. Rally continues. Kurt again. Demon Deacons stay in it. Off the net. Point goes to Stanford as it trails out of bounds. Sahara Maruska attempting to tip some momentum Wake Forest way, but the Cardinals now leading by 6. Cami Minor serving, 12 serving 6. Harvey, no hesitation. Finds the floor immediately to make it 13-6. Her first kill of the night. Maruska. Over to Harvey again. And point again. Back-to-back kills for Jordan Harvey, now leading the team. Cardinal know how to spread the love a little bit. Minor, Rubin, Francis, Harvey, all having registered kills in this match so far. Jamie Santer now in for Wake Forest, the grad student out of Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Transfer from Hawaii. Serve is long. Bit of a break for Wake Forest. Point goes to the Demon Deacons. 7 now serving 14. Tina Grikovic, the grad student from Belgrade, Serbia. Transferred after 4 years from Rutgers. Service error into the net. Cardinal now the first of 15 as they lead by 8 here in the first set. Bit of a contrast to what we saw in the first set against NC State on Friday. That ended up 25-22, going the Cardinals' way, but 13 ties and a couple of lead changes. As that point goes to Stanford to make it 16. So far, Wake Forest started out with the lead. The Cardinal took over and have held on to it ever since. Ipar Kurt now at the service line. Minor attempts the dig. Ogilvy saves it. Harvey gets it over, but a free ball here for Wake Forest. And they'll get the kill. A net violation for the Cardinals, so the point goes to Wake Forest. We sit at 16-8. Becca Bellows back in to serve.
Back in for your Cardinal, number 3, Anna Pringle.
Anna Pringle also back in for the Cardinal. Pringle, the junior out of La Jolla, California. Service. Whistle blown. Officials are chatting at the score desk. We'll reset here as Bellows continues. Into the net this time. Iced the server a little bit in that situation unintentionally, did the officials. Now 17-18 as Elena Ogilvy will serve once again. Ogilvy, one of 4 All-ACC preseason honorees on this Stanford team. Beautiful swing from Dior Charles. Wake Forest chipping away as they now have 9. This time, Jamie Santer will serve for the Demon Deacons.
Jamie Santer back to serve.
Competed in beach volleyball while she was at Hawaii. Second team All-American in the 2024 season. Minor over to Rubin. Cross-court connection. Elia Rubin makes it 18. Cardinal with double the points here as 18 will serve 9. Jordan Harvey at the line after the side out. Out of system for Wake Forest. Minor to Rubin again. The tip this time. Pancaked and saved. Layla Ricks capitalizes. The grad student, the transfer from Maryland, makes it double digits for Wake Forest. Melissa Kawa back in for Stanford. Emma Farrell now at the service line for Wake Forest. Off the top of the net, stays in play. Minor back set. Francis off the block. Softly over. Minor again. Francis softly. Right at the net here. Tip. Minor, Rubin. Tries to find the back corner. Wake Forest plugs the gap. And they'll get the point. Paige Crawford ruled off the touch. So 11 points now for Wake Forest. Stanford still with a 7-point lead here in the first set. It looks like we will have a challenge here. The play is going to be under review. Whether something was touched is one of the options to challenge as a coach. If the ball is in or out or if it's touched. Stanford thinks it was not a touch. The call on the court is that it was touched. But a few other things, if it is a net or antenna fault, a touch that results in an illegal attack, block, or reaching over the net. 4 touches, illegal back row attacker, libero foot position on a set to an attacker, or a service foot fault. Those are all the things that you can look at and put under review. And this time it is whether or not it was touched by Stanford. The officials are taking a look. As head coach Randy Smart chatting with the Demon Deacons. Again, she's in her 6th season at the helm of Wake Forest, 72-76 record overall. She was named the head coach in 2019. She was the interim head coach 7 months before that because she was the assistant on staff for a couple of years. They've been on the rise as of late. In 2023, the program had its highest RPI ranking at 21 in October. But it looks like the review here will go Stanford's way. The call is that there actually was no touch, so it's now 19-10. Elia Rubin will continue to serve. Ipar Kurt also back in for the Cardinal. Dominant performance so far by the Cardinal. Francis finds the floor. 20 points for Stanford. They have fairly consistently maintained double the points of Wake Forest throughout this first set. The timeout will be called by the Demon Deacons. We'll step aside as we take the break, and we'll be back shortly.
See from their angle, and it's going to be another Dayton serve to continue the run.
As Sarkisian now, Hobson goes low for it. There's Schramm on an attack. The wall is there again. Kristofic sets it for Drelling, but that one goes right into the net. It looked like Kristofic might have been in the way there, but that wall has just been solid all day for the Flyers.
Yep, Drelling actually, she also missed the hit. It went off of the inside of her palm on her thumb. And I don't know if they're trying to go at Hobson here, if that's just how Sarkisian serves, but every serve has been dead on to Hobson so far.
She's definitely trying to hug that right
there
side as she does it again, successfully, might I add, and another point for the Flyers. They now sit 11-4.
Yeah, this is a run starting, and it's going to be a timeout called by Coach Opperman. He is not happy with what he's seen so far. As Duquesne was battling, and we saw it where they were in it. You know, it was a tight game, and now you're seeing Dayton kind of taking that lead and enforcing their will on Duquesne, and Duquesne has not seen that yet so far. They haven't really been blown out. It's been a lot of close losses or close wins, and Dayton is really just going to put it on them now. And so far, what have you seen? Anything different than what I've seen?
I mean, it's pretty clear out there, Christian. I think it's really hard to call Duquesne the better team today.
Right.
You can look at it statistically and say Dayton, of course.
Volleyball from Akron tonight and our ESPN Plus match. Akron will receive the serve from the Bulls and Fute. 1-0 Buffalo. Maria Fute's number 11. Mandy Lee 3. Luli Arakuchi number 4. Abby Lee is 5. Trebahovska 7, Taya Shaw is 8, Fute is 11, and Forlin is number 14. We'll set Akron up in a moment. Del Rio finding the hole. Krista Thulu. Del Rio 1, Chase 7, Tora 9, Jones 17, Vitskova 18, and Baker number 20. Did I miss anybody? I don't think I did.
I don't think so. I think we got them all.
Akron now to serve. Sophia Twiggs, she's done very well. Great dig by the Zips. One in the middle put down by Mandy Lee. The Lee sisters have always been very good for this Buffalo team.
They have both Mandy and Abby Lee playing here for Buffalo. You can see the replay here. goes up, has it one-on-one, able to take that across her left shoulder and get that ball just in front of Riley Chasse for the Zips.
Bulls up 3-1. Kira Cledden is a freshman, Oak Park, Illinois. Hope I'm right on Cledden, or is it? I'm guessing. Baker. Nice dig, but it's a Buffalo point off the big swing. Well, the Bulls are 7-10 under Scott Smith, his 6th year. Akron Tyson Norton, 3rd year, 7-9, both 3-1. This is our dig pink game tonight. For cancer awareness, Baker, 4-2.
Great swing there on the outside by Lauren Baker. I have a feeling we're going to be seeing a lot of her tonight, and that's exactly what the Zips are looking to do here, is win the serve and pass battle, keep themselves in system, and be able to set Lauren Baker up for success.
She had 36 kills over the weekend as that service out by Del Rio. Krista Thulu had 34 kills in the sweep at Northern. Manuela Forlin will serve, the sophomore from Brazil. Twig. There's Baker again, and there's the point. Not the big swing that time.
No, that ball was left a little bit inside. You could see that Vitskova had to be pulled over a little bit just from that pass. So Lauren Baker was luckily able to get her feet under the ball in time and just kind of tip it over for a nice little off-speed mix-up shot.
Vitskova serving, Baker puts it over. There's a point. Well, Lauren coming in tonight with 220 kills. 21% on her swings. Vitskova, a good serve. Brissett. Gabby the set. Baker swings. There was Fut. A nice swing that time by Trebiahovska, and it's 6-4 Buffalo. She's a former MAC Offensive Player of the Week this season, averaging almost 4 kills a set.
You can see there from the replay, excellent job by Trebiahovska to utilize that block from the Zips and able to tool them and get herself a kill.
Abby Lee takes the big swing from Carliana Jones, and Akron pulls it within 6-5. There's Carliana. She's swinging a .436 percentage. Baker serving. Again, the swing by Trebiahovska. Blocked on the swing from Krista Thulu. Again, Krista Thulu. Back row hit results in a point for Forlin. Manuela Forlin, a sophomore. He was in the World Championship teams representing Brazil a couple of years back in Hungary and Croatia. She goes 6-2. Mandy Lee to serve. He's a MAC setter of the week at the end of September this season. Veteran team. Brissett. Buffalo point off the block by Trebiahovska.
Excellent job there by number 7 in blue. You can see she was one-on-one against Gabby Brissett, but was able to take her time and make sure she timed it up perfectly, got right in front of that right arm of Brissett and came away with the block.
Lead the serve, quick set, and Jones again delivers for Akron. She's playing with such confidence.
She has. Carliana Jones has had a lot of power on her swings. You can see here, she gets up quick and times it perfectly from that set from Vitskova and is able to take it one-on-one across her shoulder. Big swing there. She's
serving now. There's the point for Akron. The swing by Trebiahovska was deep. Akron back to within 1 at 8-7. Carliana. Good serve. From behind the line again, and she found the opening. Forlan. Wow.
Really smart shot there from Forlan. You could see out of system, she was off a little bit further behind the 10-foot line than I think she would like, so she was able to go up and just make a nice controlled shot that landed right in that little donut portion of the Zips defense.
She sure found it, didn't she? That serve is deep. Akron the point right back. In our matches we have witnessed, service errors have been just huge in the outcomes.
They absolutely have. Last week against Ohio University, service errors were a big part of the difference in momentum for both of the teams.
Yeah.
So here the Zips looking to hopefully stay in play. Looks like we might have had a little bit of a collision there for the Zips. I think we might be either seeing a timeout or the trainer coming out just to check them out, make sure everybody's okay.
Josh was one and Krista Thulu the others. They found that donut you're talking about, the donut hole again.
Yeah, I think we had a little bit of a head collision, so just checking out, make sure that everybody's good. Hopefully we'll be able to continue, keep Krista Thulu in the game for the Zips, but just to be cautious, making sure we can check her out, make sure she's all right.
You have to be sure. There's a look
a replay
again.
There.
Oh, forehead of Josh, the back of the head of Krista Thulu. Did. 10-8 Buffalo. UT will serve. She's from Padua Franciscan, as are the Lee sisters. Maria is a senior as well. Del Real. Torre. Going for the hole again that time, but Akron answered with Baker in the back row. Arcucci, Luli Arcucci from Argentina, only a freshman. It's 11-8 Buffalo. Glad you've joined us on this Tuesday night. UT again out of Seven Hills, Ohio as well.
Nice up there by Mandy Lee in the back row for Buffalo.
Delaney Gash in for Akron. She's number 13, Buffalo point. Their largest lead now at 4 at 12-8 in this initial set. And Akron takes time. Timeout, first set, 12-8 Buffalo. And we'll be right back. Stay with us on ESPN Plus, Zips and Bowls from Akron.
Oh no, guess I'm going back to the store.
I can fix that.
Fast fixes with Felix.
Tomorrow work?
Works for me.
Gotta run.
That's what you do.
A good look at Lauren Baker and Vanessa Del Rio. Baker 20, Del Rio 1. Kylie Chauncey number 7. Buffalo, their largest lead, when they're swinging at 462 right now. That's why they're up by 4.
It is. Their offense has been on fire, been pretty hard to stop so far. So looking here to continue that throughout the rest of set 1.
UT serving, Del Rio. Buffalo answers. Jose. Big swing, but the block by Abby Lee. Akron answers. Good rally right here. Here's an Akron point. Krista Thulu. Well, Akron just a 158 percentage right now.
You can see there was really nice tempo from that set from Vitskova. The ball didn't go very high over the net, so the Zips here are trying to look to keep the tempo really fast in order to break up the big block from the Lee sisters for Buffalo.
Arcucci on the outside, 13-9 Buffalo, back to the 4-point lead. And Kira Clyden will serve. 5'8" freshman. Baker. Let's go with Torre. It's Koba. They answer deep with Kavahovska, and there's the dump, and Akron keeps it alive. Akron again ready defensively. Another good rally in the middle. Twig was there. Baker. It is out. A long rally that time.
It was nice defensive play on both sides. We saw a couple nice digs from Vanessa Del Real in blue for the Zips. And then same with Maria Futi, the libero for Buffalo, trying to extend these rallies, be as scrappy as possible, and keep the ball alive, especially trying to really limit the kills that this Buffalo offense has right now, hitting just under 400.
Baker off a Futi. Akron gets a much needed point right there. There's Vanessa Del Real, now 14-10. Del Real, Crown Point, Indiana. 21 service aces this year, almost 22. Nice swing by Baker. A lot of power right there.
It was. Lauren Baker was up and ready to take a big swing at that ball. Again, you could see another quick tempo ball from Vitskova, doing a really nice job of controlling the speed of the offense here for the Zips, trying to keep them alive.
Akron down by 3. The answer, Baker again. Lauren Baker has got it going right now. That is her 6th kill. No, she had a good year a year ago, but it's like she knows that she's the senior leader now and who they go to, and she's playing like that.
Absolutely, she is. You can definitely see her taking on a little bit more of a leadership role, and she's really proving her confidence out there, especially coming off of a big week last week, hopefully bringing that into this week and really being that leader and go-to hitter for the Zips.
As is Carliana Jones right there. It's now 14-13. The swings of both Jones and Baker seem much more powerful this season as compared to a year ago.
They do.
On the back row, it is deep off of the swing of Trebihovska. We're even at 14.
Seemed to be a little bit of a missed contact there for Trebihovska in the back row, but she's been doing a really nice job for the Buffalo.
One of the Lee sisters, Abby Lee. Buffalo regains. No, Akron point. And Buffalo takes time now. Zips are on top, 15-14. As we talk about percentages, Buffalo down to 273. Now with that, Akron leads by a point.
Yes, we've definitely seen Akron's offensive numbers start to climb a little bit, hitting just below 250. Earlier so far throughout the first probably 5 to 10 points of the match, they weren't quite breaking that 200 mark. So you can see they're really starting to come alive, led by Lauren Baker, hitting 500 right now, 6 kills, only 1 error. So she's really being that force, that go-to player for the Zips. So Buffalo here during this timeout, likely trying to figure out how they can stop her. You can see on that last kill there, a little bit of a hole in the block. Again, one-on-one there from the kill from Carliana Jones.
13-9, a 6-1 run, and Akron has a lead back at 15-14. Vitskova on the year has 10 double-doubles. She has 10 assists already tonight. That's a lot in the first set.
It is. That's a big number for set 1 so far, and we're only at point 15. Well, 16 now after the great serve from Vanessa Del Real.
Well, Del Real makes it a 16-14 lead. Only a sophomore, plenty of playing time as a freshman a year ago for Tyson Norton. Another good serve. There's that hole again.
It is another smart shot from Manuel Forlin for the Bulls. You can see she's doing a really nice job of mixing up their shots. So far, they've had a little bit of power, and they've had, some struggles maybe trying to put some balls down, but they've really been excelling in those off-speed shots, putting them in the right spot and beating the Zips defense.
Well, they have no answer for Lauren Baker right now. It's going to bother a defense. You're talking about that. It's a big swing. No, it's the dump, and that's tough to prepare for that, I would imagine.
It is. It makes it really hard to know exactly where to stand. You want to make sure you don't get your feet, inset in the ground a little too much, and then you're on your heels in case there's an off-speed shot. But you need to make sure you stay on your toes and stay balanced the entire time. That way you don't have, a possible cheating move that could put you in the wrong direction.
Big swing by Brissett. UT able to get it back, though. Akron gets the point on the block. Well, they're really playing well right now. With now a 3-point first set lead and a 9-2 run at this moment.
Really nice job there by Carliana Jones to be patient on the block. A lot of times with a broken play, an off-speed shot like that, we can see a lot of blockers tend to go early and have a little tool that brings the ball down on their side of the net. But she did a nice job having her feet set and going up on time to come away with the block.
Baker a little bit deep. Big point for the Bulls to slow down the Akron momentum. Shaw back in for Buffalo, replacing Fute. Akron by 2. Abby Lee serving. Vitskova, Brissett. Lee is there. Akron the block and the play.
Big block there from the Zips. They are a big block like that, especially late in the first set, is going to be a big momentum shifter in favor of the Zips. But again, another really nice job by Lauren Baker and Carliana Jones to be patient on an out-of-system ball. A lot of times it's really easy to get ahead of yourself. So they were very patient and timed that up perfectly and came away with a nice big block.
Baker serving. Trivihowska tried to find that hole again, and they got the point.
Great up there by Del Real, but couldn't quite keep that second contact in play. Point there for the Buffalo Bulls.
How do you tighten things to eliminate that donut hole?
That's a good question. So if you're the Zips here, you're going to try and look to see if you want to make adjustments. Maybe bring in your off blocker a little bit tighter in order to pick up that ball, or just kind of shift things around, maybe keep them a little bit deeper and pull in your left back and middle back in order to pick that ball up.
Brissett a little bit deep, but it's a 1-point set at 19-18 as Akron now takes their timeout. Buffalo charging back and down by just a point. We looked at those numbers, and you hate to harp on numbers, but at the first timeout, Buffalo was at 38? Now they're at 138. Akron's down to 176, so your defense has a big say in that.
It does. We've definitely seen the block for both sides come alive, but especially Akron's block here in the last few points. So that's definitely coming into play with that lower hitting percentage for Buffalo. And that's also probably why you're seeing a little bit more off speed. They have some big blockers in front of them like Carliana Jones. So trying to mix up their shots in order to keep the Zips defense on their toes and not, just get stuffed and swing too low.
Well, Abby Lee right now leads the MAC with a .410 hitting percentage, 25th in the nation right now. And they've kept Lee now at 20%, only 2 kills early. And at some point, they're going to start going to Abby Lee.
Absolutely. Buffalo is going to try and look here to stay a little bit more in system. We've seen a few more broken plays than I'm sure they would like. So keeping themselves in system gives them a little more opportunity to set up Abby Lee and hopefully get her going here late in the first set.
Mandy Lee to serve. First in career assists per set for Buffalo. Del Rio, Brissett, nice block. A play by Trivihowska. We're even at 19, the block on the outside.
Another great block from Trivihowska. She's done an excellent job of lining up perfectly in front of the right side hitter for the Zips, able to get that left hand in front of the ball and keep her hands turned inside so that she isn't getting tooled by the swing.
Krista Thulu gets it back for the Zips on the outside. Big point for Akron, trying to hold off that energy which Buffalo's been bringing on their run. And Akron back on top there. You see it, 20-19. Jones to serve for the blue and gold. Deep. Good eyes by Buffalo that time.
It was. That ball looks like some of Carliana Jones's serves can tend to drop a little bit at the end. So nice job there by Buffalo to follow that all the way to the line and make sure that ball was indeed out of bounds.
Even at 20, Trivihowska to serve. Katarine Trivihowska. Thulu finds the hole for Akron that time.
She does. Really smart shot from Krista Thulu. Just a couple points ago, she had a nice big swing through the hole of the block of Buffalo. Came away with the kill there. So again, really being smart, pulling in that off-speed shot just in front of the defender. And that's her 4th kill on the night, hitting at 571 right now. So pretty hard to stop Krista Thulu there on the outside so far tonight.
Jase serving. Krista Thulu again, another point for Melina Krista Thulu. Zips up by 2 now, 22-20 late in the initial set. And Buffalo takes their time now as it's a 22-20 set right now. Akron a big weekend as they swept over the weekend winning matches at Northern. While Buffalo was doing the same thing here, they were at Kent State over the weekend. They were home for Kent. They're on a 3-game road trip right now. Buffalo having Miami on the 11th and Ball State on the 12th. And they're used to winning. Tied for the MAC lead a year ago in the East at 23-19, 13-5 in the MAC. Some looks at Krista Thulu right now. Boy, she's having a great start tonight.
Of the shots, she's been doing a really nice job of seeing the court, of being able to work around the block out there for Buffalo. She's been doing a really nice job again here so far on the night. 5 kills, 0 errors, hitting now 625. Pretty big numbers there for the outside for Krista Thulu.
And that's making quick decisions as well when you're on the outside like that.
Buffalo here looking to try and contain the outsides for Akron. They're being their biggest producers so far, so really trying to put up a big block and put up some big defense behind them.
Big swing, but deep that time from Forlin, and Akron now has a 3-point. Nope, there was a touch on the swing by Forlin. Big point for Buffalo there. Instead of 23-20, it's 22-21. Fute to serve for the Bulls. A great serve, and we're even at 22.
Big ace there by Maria Fute for Buffalo. It's a big point. They really needed that one to keep within reach. Now tied 22-22. This is a big point.
Fute, the senior. Lauren Baker. The block. Krista Thulu. The answer in the back row that time. A great swing, but the point goes to Akron. It's out from Abby Lee.
Looks like that ball was just a little far out. Didn't quite hit that sideline there from that swing from Abby Lee. So point goes to the Zips, up 1 here, looking to close out the first set with a win.
Sophia Twig behind the line for Akron. Good serve. Point. Arcucci, Luli Arcucci evens the match at 23.
Really nice swing there by Arcucci. She really got up in the air. She was pulled inside a little bit, so really impressive that she was able to turn that ball down the line, get it just in front of the Zips defender.
Clyden serving, even at 23. They go to Baker. Buffalo gets the huge block, and they now are at set point.
That's exactly the adjustment that we were expecting to see from Buffalo. We saw a perfect pass there from Del Real, keeping them in system. And Buffalo's block kind of trapping Lauren Baker on the outside. Smart decision. They knew that they were going to go to her, so they were able to get there early, get set on the block, and come away with a big one.
And Abby Lee almost ended the first set, but Akron got there just in the nick of time. Abby Lee again, now she does in the first set. As Buffalo rallies from being down 22-20, and they take set number 1 from Rhodes Arena tonight, 25-23. Great comeback by the Bulls.
Absolutely, really nice job by Buffalo to stay very even-keeled throughout that set and come away with the win.
Stay with us, set 2's coming up. Play at the net in the first set. Buffalo 10 blocks, a huge part of that victory. Akron just 4.
Yeah, the block for Buffalo has been doing a really, really nice job so far here tonight. They're trying to shut down the outsides for Akron, both Christodoulou and Baker with 7 and 5 kills. However, the block for Buffalo keeping the Zips hitting percentage below 200, sitting at 167. The hitting percentage for Buffalo sitting at 171. So just by those numbers, you can see pretty even between both teams, only a 2-point match. So going to be a fight here in the second set so far to see who's going to come away with it.
See how the Zips react. Sophia Twiggle open serving for Akron in the second set. On the outside block, Baker, but it's out of bounds on the swing by Arcucci, and the Bulls have the early second set, lead at 1-0.
Really nice choice there by setter Mandy Lee for Buffalo. She was pulled inside the court a little bit and was able to kind of reverse the flow and set her hitter up for success there, able to get the kill from the tool of Akron's block.
Clyden serving. Baker tries to even the match. There's net play. Buffalo's into it. Akron ties the match. Well, Mandy Lee, as she set this team up for years, she's one of the MAC's best.
She is. She's been at the top of the MAC in assists for pretty much the entire time that she's been with Buffalo. So she has been a really solid piece for Buffalo's offense, basically, for the past 4 years.
Nice swing on the outside by Abby Lee, the MAC's leading hitter, and you can see why right there. 2-1 Buffalo. That's her 4th kill tonight. Forlan serving. Jones. They've had no answer for Carliana Jones tonight. None whatsoever.
Not. She's been doing an excellent job. She's really been showing her speed so far. She's been timing the ball really nicely, getting up, having really good chemistry with her setter, Vitskova, and she's been doing an excellent job just putting the ball away, not really giving room for opportunity for the defense for Buffalo. 6
kills tonight. Baker with the block that time by Mandy Lee. There's the dump, and they get the point. You know, Tyson Norton talked about Carliana staying here all summer to work to get in shape and work on her game. You may see more Zips do that because her turnaround in play is definitely off what she did over the summer. You can tell it.
You can definitely see a correlation with the work that she's been putting in.
Gabby Brissett, Akron down by 1. Big swing, point Buffalo. Trebihovska.
Big swing there. So far, basically all of the swings that we have seen from Buffalo have been tooling the block for Akron. So if you're Akron here, you want to make sure that you get set and that you keep your hands pressed over and turning inside the court. Keep yourself from getting any sort of tool.
Well, Carliana again stems the tide of Buffalo 4-3. That's her 6th kill. Boy, perfect there, wasn't it?
It was. That ball was in the perfect spot, and she was able to kind of pull that thumb up cross body and sneak that ball right inside of the blocker for Buffalo.
Big swing in the point. Trebihovska again. Buffalo the point back 5-3. She has 4 kills now. Forlan leads the Bulls with 5. Mandy Lee back to serve. Brissett. Buffalo point. 6-3 Bulls. Now a 3-point lead here in set number 2. Buffalo won the first set 25-23. Del Rio. Brissett. Akron gets a point back and needed that there.
They did. That was a good choice by Vitskova to go back to Gabby Brissett. Able to come up with a big swing there down the line for Akron. Still down 2, 4-6. Carliana Jones to serve.
Even though it's early, you don't want to give the Bulls a big run here to stretch things out. Trebihovska again. Boy, she finds the line, and Buffalo back up by 3. She's getting warmed up right now. Bulls up to 275 now, percentage-wise. Akron still hovering. They're over 200 now at 204. Trzewichowska serving way deep and wide. Those always help when you're behind. 7-5 as Riley Chasse comes on to serve for the Zips. Kate Trzynski comes in for Buffalo, the Walsh Jesuit freshman. She's back home. Did Akron keep it alive? They did not. Trzynski is a 5'9" freshman. UT serving for the Bulls, a 3-point edge in this second set. Torah, Akron needed that.
They did. Nice job there by Melissa Torre, able to be up and ready. Come away with a kill there. Much needed point for Akron in order to stay in the game early on. Again, we were talking about a little bit earlier, volleyball is really a game of runs, so you want to make sure that you limit any possible runs that your opponent can go on. So nice job there by Akron to stop the service from Buffalo and keep themselves in it here.
They're hanging around right now. Baker. Twig. Lauren again. Point Akron off of the hands of the Bulls. It's now 8-7. Hang around and look for a run of your own.
Getting a nice look here. That swing from Lauren Baker. It seemed to be maybe a little bit tight, so she did a really nice job of reaching high hands and utilizing the block for Buffalo, coming away with the kill.
Not much Akron could do off of that swing by Arcucci again. She's playing well. She has 6 kills. Her percentage is perfect tonight at 1,000. Clyden, Buffalo by 2. Baker says nope, it's by 1. Lauren Baker, her 10th kill, which leads everybody tonight. Akron back to within 1.
We've been seeing a lot of Lauren Baker so far on the outside for the Zips, and doing a really, really nice job of mixing up her shots and utilizing the block of Buffalo. But again, a missed serve there from the Zips, keeping them from tying it up. Buffalo leading here 10-8 in the second set.
It's rare from Del Real. Arcucci, I beg your pardon, that's Forlan. Baker. Buffalo just sends it back. Vitskova, a great block on the outside. Abby Lee was one of them, and it's a 3-point lead again at 11-8. Manuela Forlan out of Brazil. On the all-freshman team in the MAC 1 year ago. Lauren Baker around the block, and Akron gets the point. They're adjusting, it looks like, a little bit.
Definitely. They're trying to adjust and keep that block inside on Lauren Baker, but she's doing a really nice job of being smart. You can see here again, she goes high over the blocker's hands into that deep corner, and that's a really hard spot to defend. One of the open spots on the court that it's really tough to figure out whose ball that is.
11-9, but again, Akron back-to-back service errors in this set. Those are huge. Now 12-9 Buffaloes. Abby Lee is back to serve. Those are killers.
They are. Missed serves can definitely be momentum shifters, and a lot of times they can tend to come one after the other. So you could see 2 missed serves in a row there for the Zips. So next time they side out, they're hoping to look and go back to the service line and maybe play it a little bit safe to keep it in bounds and not keep that from spiraling into more errors.
Abby Lee, the ace. Buffalo by 4. Brissett finds the hole. A much needed Zip point, stops momentum a little bit. 13-10.
Good look here of Gabby Brissett. She was able to get up there and just kind of hang a little bit, able to get that ball just off her hands into the, again, that donut open spot on the court.
3
And there we go.
consecutive. Wow. There's no defense for that whatsoever. And those are just set-changing errors. Akron 3 consecutive service errors. Back down by 4 again. Now Mandy lead to serve. Baker. And reliable Carliana Jones stops the momentum a little bit.
That was a really good save from number 18, Vitkova. The ball was looking a little bit tight, and she is in the back row, so she doesn't have an opportunity to take it over on 2, but she did a nice job of intercepting it before it got to the net. And then Carliana Jones was there and ready and able to come away with the kill.
But Arcucci gets it back on the swing off of the Akron hands. 15-11. And Akron takes time. Timeout in this second set. Buffalo's up by 4. You're watching Mid-American Conference Volleyball. We are live on ESPN+. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
I'm the team mascot. Boy, am I running late. Ow, what a hit. And if you don't have the right auto insurance coverage, the cost to cover that might tank your season.
Jim Clark and Taylor Borky back at the James A. Rhodes Arena. Akron down by 4 and Taylor. Percentages up at Akron. Boy, 3 consecutive service errors, a major part of this 4-point deficit in the second set.
It is. Service errors can definitely be a big shift in momentum, and you could see it's kind of taking the wind out of the sails here for the Zips. So they're looking to hopefully get a side out and can go back to the service line and play it safe, keep it in bounds, and hopefully get a run on of their own and bring it back, trying to time up.
Trzynski serving. They closed the hole that time. Big swing. Baker keeps it alive. Again, block again by the Bulls. They've done it all night long. Brissett sends it back. Torre got hands on it. Brissett. That's a much-needed Akron point there.
It is. That was a really nice block touch from Melissa Torre. She was able to keep that ball alive. And then right there, Gabby Brissett utilizing the block again for Buffalo. The Zips have been doing a really nice job of exploiting the block. So trying to keep that up and limit errors.
But Buffalo gets it back. Akron in the net. 16-12 now. UT will serve for the blue-clad Bulls on Dig Pink Akron night to combat breast cancer. UT. Krista Thulu gets it back for Akron. That's her sixth kill, I beg your pardon.
That play was set up really nice by a perfect pass from Riley Chasse. And then again, another nice shot by Vitkova, keeping the tempo, and was able to just really put that ball down on that one. That was a big swing.
Akron needs a run. Twig behind the line. They haven't had one this set. And the swing that time, Forlan after a little indecision on her first.
Yeah.
I don't know what you want to call it.
The serve is definitely, yeah, that serve is definitely kind of in that tough spot of maybe a little too low to hand pass, but maybe a little too high to kind of just use your platform, but was able to keep it alive. And then actually a really nice play by Maria Futi coming in, taking that second ball and put it in perfect position for the outside to come away with a kill.
And leads to a 5-point Buffalo lead now. And Clydenbank trying to extend it. Akron needs a stop right here, and they get it. Torre, 18-14. Del Rio been so successful in these types of spots to get Akron going. The ball's in her hands. There it is.
Great serve there from Del Rio. You could see that ball had barely any spin to it and stayed really low to the net for the Zips. She has done an excellent job behind the service line for the Zips this season, and here they're looking to keep her back there and go on a run and try and bring themselves back into the set.
Her 23rd ace. The block is out of bounds. Point Buffalo, 19-15 now.
That was kill number 5 there for Abby Lee. Again, she leads the Mid-American Conference in hitting percentage, being a little bit quiet here tonight with 4 kills, hitting a little over 200. So they're definitely looking to have her be more involved so far.
Baker, they dig it out. Nice job of the Bulls. Jones, the block by Buffalo. The Lee sisters that time on the outside. And Tyson Norton will have a challenge here. Well, Akron needs something to stop this Buffalo momentum right now. They're making plays when they have to be made at this point, and blocking again. 14 blocks for Buffalo. Akron has but 4.
Yeah, that's definitely been the strong suit for Buffalo here tonight, as they've been doing an excellent job blocking. They have some tall people, but they've been able to close the block, put up some big hands, and again, they're doing a really nice job of keeping their hands turned into the court. That's what we've been seeing a little bit, as opposed to the Zips. They've been getting tooled maybe a little bit more, not quite keeping their hands pressed over, turned into the court. So looking for that adjustment here from the Zips.
Looks like Lee plays bigger than, Abby Lee plays bigger than 6'2". 39 blocks, and then I think folks know what I mean when I say that. She just seems to, she's always there.
A look here at the challenge from the Zips. I think with a decision from the referee here in a minute.
Akron needs some good news right here at this point. They've extended this lead to 5, and they're at 20 right now. Buffalo gets the point, it looks like.
Yeah, but looks like the call stands, and the point will stay with Buffalo. So keeping the score at 20-15. Buffalo up by 5.
Bulls to serve. Forlan. Here's a break without using a timeout. Well, I guess you did in a way.
Yes, that's exactly what Akron was looking for there. Trying to break up the momentum from Buffalo, and did just that with a missed serve. So Vitskova, another great server for the Zips, hoping to go back there and go on a run of their own.
Good serve. Jones up front. Great play in the back row that time by Sophia Twig. Baker. Nice rally here. Jones, the block that time by Abby Lee. Abby Lee's having a great night. That's her 6th block, but in the net, correct?
Yep, I think we have a net violation, but we're going to see a challenge here from Buffalo to see if Abby Lee was actually in the net on that play. But this here is going to be a big point. Again, can be a big momentum shifter on who gets this. So hopefully we get a look here in a second at this challenge for Buffalo.
Well, Scott Smith, as Abby Lee walked toward the bench, just shook and said, no, you were not in the net.
You can see.
From there, that angle's tough for us from there.
There has to be undeniable evidence in order to overturn the call. So this might be a tough one.
Yeah, this is a big point, as you said. You can close to within 19. It's 20. No, it would stay 2017. Well.
And it looks like the point will go with the Zips.
They needed some good news. They got it right there. First referee tonight, Brian Himmelgarn. The second referee is Drew Puckrin. Line judges, Leonard Terrell and Robert Fenn. Lisa Bowers, the official scorer. Amanda Horniak, the replay technician tonight. Big swing, block, Brissett.
Big block there by Brissett. However, I think that ball actually just went out of bounds on Buffalo's side. So that is a kill for the Bulls, putting Abby Lee back at the service line.
She got there, but Akron takes the timeout, down 21-17. We might see that again. Gabby was there, but turned too much to the outside.
She was. That was definitely, though, an adjustment that we are trying to see from the Zips. So they've been getting a lot of tools that are putting the ball kind of off of their outside hand and maybe into the antenna or out of bounds. You could see there she made an adjustment and turned her hands a little bit more into the court, but it seems like that ball had a little bit too much power. We're hopefully here going to see a replay of that. Again, you can see she was up. She kind of just at the last minute made that adjustment and turned, and that ball was just out of bounds.
Okay, explain this to me now. Here's on number head. Buffalo 24 kills. Akron just 4 blocks. But Akron has 29 kills, and Buffalo has 16 blocks. Does that seem like it doesn't mix with the Akron kills and the Buffalo blocks?
Yeah, there's definitely some interesting numbers there, but you can see there's a higher overall number of kills for the Zips, but their hitting percentage is still sitting below, right at the 230 mark versus the 350 mark for Buffalo. So that's kind of where the blocks are coming into play. While they're coming up with more kills, they also have more errors, of 13 errors versus just 5 for the Bulls.
Akron 70 swings as Baker makes it 71. Buffalo just 51 swings. Akron the point there for Lauren Baker as they're trying to climb out, down 21-18. Akron in desperate need of a run right now. In the middle, it's Skova there. It's a Thulu. They can't find the hole. Trzebiechowska answered that time, but Akron, and they did. Del Rio got it out of there somehow. Akron again, Brissett. Akron point, that is huge, 21-19.
Big point there for the Zips. Nice defensive effort. Able to keep that one alive. And then nice big swing there from Gabby Brissett on the right side. Able to just kind of sneak it in between the seam of the defenders for Buffalo. It looks like we might have a challenge, though.
Yep.
I'm not sure. Maybe they're challenging if that ball was down or not. So hopefully we'll find out here in a minute exactly what is going on, see who's going to win the challenge. But again, another crucial point. If the challenge stands and the point going to Akron, it's 21-19. However, if they overturn this, Buffalo will go up 22-18, so a little bit bigger of a spread there.
Well, the evidence has to be clear on this. Is Akron really in desperate need of this point right now to make it a 2-point set on the kill by Baker? There's Scott Smith. His team a 23-match winner a year ago, tied for the MAC East regular season title. And their streaky year has them on a 3-match winning streak right now, as we wait and see. Akron in their white home whites tonight. There's Buffalo in their traveling blue. Akron will. The point will go to Buffalo. That's huge.
Yeah, that's a big, big point for Buffalo. So I think there they initially called that up from Vanessa Del Rio down. So that call will be overturned. Buffalo now up 22-18. Big, big break there for the Bulls.
2-point swing. Mandy Lee to serve for the Bulls. Sure, she has family here tonight from Strongsville. Jones. Akron gets the point on the block. It keeps them alive.
Nice job by Akron's block there. It seemed like, again, a little out of system play for Buffalo. Had that second ball just set a little bit too tight, kind of trapped her at the net, and Gabby Brissett taking advantage, coming away with the block.
I think that's their first block of the second set. Boy, huge swing. Akron hands on that one. Brissett. Akron point. 22-20 now. They've come back with a 2-point run of their own.
Good look here again by that swing by Brissett. Able to just reach the hands of the block for Buffalo, able to kind of switch that ball up, keep the defender on their heels, land right in front of them.
Akron swing, Christodoulou delivers. It's 22-21. The Zips within one now. 3-point run. Jones will serve again. And Buffalo takes time. A lot of timeouts in the second set.
There have been.
The Zips up to 237 percentage-wise now. Buffalo at 298. Akron, they get 2 blocks in this span. They get 2 points in this span. It's a big difference right there.
It is. These two teams have been battling really close together. I mean, you can see just by the numbers, outside of maybe the blocks, the overall hitting percentage is pretty tight. So here, basically, if you're Buffalo, you're hoping that you can get a first ball side out, send your server back to the line, and ultimately just go on a 2-point run and kind of close it out here. But Akron's not going to let up. They have the ball right now, and they're notoriously a really good serving team. So they're hoping to keep them out of system and tie it up, keep themselves in the game, and hopefully not go down 0-2 after the second set.
And Jones coming in tonight with 14 service aces and 14 errors as well. You want to avoid the error here without a question and give yourself a chance. They've cut it to 1. Bulls won the opening set 25-23. There's Carliano from the backside. Great job by Torre. So alert.
Yeah, really good serve from Carliana. Jones there forcing the overpass. And just a really nice job by Melissa Torre, being smart, not going up for the huge swing, but just redirecting the ball into the open spot of the court.
And there's the ugly hit of the service error. 23-22 Bulls. Akron's 6th error tonight. Buffalo has but 3. And Kate Trzynski will be serving for the Bulls. Baker, Brissett, block out of bounds. We're even at 23. Gabby Brissett comes up big for Akron.
Really smart shot there from Brissett. She was coming at the ball pretty straight on, so she did a really nice job of making the decision to kind of throw off of that outside hand of Forlin for the Bulls. Able to come up with a big kill, big point in that position.
Chausse, good low serve. Great play in the back row by Chausse. Lauren Baker, Christodoulou, blocked. Del Rio got a fist on it. Again, Christodoulou. Back-to-back little dumps. Christodoulou gives Akron a 24-23 lead.
Akron's been doing a really nice job of being aware at the net. We've seen a lot of overpasses just in the last couple plays alone, and Akron's been handling them really well.
I think this set could take a while tonight.
I would agree with you there, Jim.
It's at set point now, but Buffalo just seems to find a way when they have to. Zips have shown a lot of grit down in this second set late and come back to take the 1-point lead. It's part of that long rally.
And you can see there the forced overpass, and then Christodoulou just doing a nice job at the open spot of the court, coming away with an easy point for the Zips.
Well, Bulls back on the floor. There's a look at the Akron bench. The all-time series between these two teams. Akron leads at 31-25, but Buffalo's won the last 5 consecutive matches between the two teams. They control things as of late. This is a good match tonight. A 2-point opening set. And now a 1-point Zip lead, set point for Akron. And Riley Chausse trying to give it to the Zips, the Carl Sandburg High School graduate. Ortland Park, Illinois. Akron a chance right here. Krista Thulu. Akron wins the second set. We're even at 1. Each set at 25-23. Zips the victor in set number 2. That's a great job by Akron battling back late in the second set.
It is. They did a really nice job of staying in that set, even with maybe
6 digs from Chaussee, playing very well. Got the winning serves for Akron. And then Lauren Baker, as you said, 12 kills. And Krista Thulu. And Krista Thulu just great down the stretch to help win that second set tonight.
She did. She came up big in those last few points for the Zips, finding the open spot on the floor, really kind of pushing the seam of the back cross-court corner between the Buffalo defenders, making it really hard for them to figure out, whose ball is who. So I expect to see a little bit of adjustments from Buffalo's defense here in the third set.
Well, Akron spreading things around very well. You look and there's 4 players you can go to right now, with Baker with 12, Brissett 5 big kills, Jones 7, Krista Thulu 9. It's not just one person carrying the load right now for Akron.
It's not, and that's what makes it really hard from a defensive aspect, is trying to figure out where the ball is going and figure out where exactly to stand on defense. And Vitskova doing an excellent job of keeping that offense spread out, making it really difficult for Buffalo's defense.
Same thing for Mandy Lee on the other side. Arcucci has 7, Forlan 7. Chabahovsky and Abby Lee each have 5 kills, so everybody has guys to go to, and it's been a good match. There's Lauren Baker, kill 500. What a great career the Lee Sisters have had at Buffalo. That's why they win. It'll be Bowles serving as Maria Fute takes the ball. From Drew Puckren, the down official. And the third set is about to begin. Error on the other side now. It's only their 4th tonight. Both teams have shown the ability to come back and wipe out leads and get back into matches and take leads and win the match. Buffalo in set 1 and Akron in set 2. Sophia Twig, good serve. Baker on the outside. A great job that time by Mandy Lee.
Yeah, that was really smart by Mandy Lee. She was in the back row, so you usually don't see too many setter dumps when the setter is in the back row, but she was on the run pretty much most of that play, so a little bit of a bailout for her as well to be able to end that play, a little bit quicker and not extend it.
Running sideways and putting things back in the middle of the floor that time for the point. Del Rio. Vitskova, Baker. Big swing that time by Mabby Lee. She's not 6'2", I'm sorry. She looks like she's about 6'4". Clyden. Del Rio there. There's Lauren Baker. Around the block and a point for Akron. Boy, nice swing by Baker. Great job by, I think, recognizing things that time.
Absolutely. She did a really nice job of seeing the floor. The ball was set a little bit inside from that bump set from Vitskova. So it didn't look like Buffalo's block adjusted to that very well, and Lauren Baker was able to just smash that one cross court.
Boy, 2 rare service errors by Del Rio tonight. 3-2 Buffalo. Manuela Forlan will serve for the Bulls. Baker, service ace, 4-2 Buffalo.
That was a really nice serve there by Forlan. It seemed like there was no spin and the ball just kind of kept rising, so it caught the passer for Akron a little bit high. Was able to come up with an ace there.
Baker, nice job by Buffalo. Forlan, Vitskova, Lauren again. Nice little dump that time. Trzebiechowska. Buffalo now a 5-2 lead. Well, Forlan does a lot of things well for Buffalo. She can dominate matches. We'll take a break here. It's an Akron timeout, third set. Buffalo leads 5-2. You're watching Mid-American Conference Volleyball. We're live on ESPN+.
Honey?
But the gains are pumping.
Yeah, the market's closed.
Futures don't sleep in the after hours, bro.
Dad, is Mommy a finance bro?
She switched careers to make money for your weddings.
Ooh, penny stocks.
Back for the third set. Jim Clark, Taylor Borkey from Akron. Forlan serving. Buffalo by 3. Baker again going to her a lot right now early in this third set. And that is deep. And Buffalo leading 6-2 now.
Nice dig there by Maria Futi. She was able to make an adjustment and stay outside of the block. She was standing right in that spot where Lauren Baker's last kill was. Went a little bit tight, but an error from Akron gives the Buffalo Bulls the point.
Akron the point on the swing by Jones. A break there to stop that Bull run. 6-3 now. Vitskova serving. That was needed right there early in this third set. Bulls were starting to roll a little bit. Here's Eliška, Czech Republic sophomore. Forlan. Little dump. Del Real answers. Brissett. Mandy Lee again. What a great play by Mandy Lee. She's done that twice tonight. In fact, 3 times tonight.
She has another really smart shot. There you could see she was in the front row, so she was able to kind of hide that as a jump set and just kind of flicked it over on the second attempt. Able to come up with yet again another setter dump for Mandy Lee.
We just snuck that in deep that time on the serve by Abby Lee. 8-3 Buffalo, their largest lead of the set and matching their largest lead of the match any time tonight. Del Real, Jones, Brissett off of her hands. It's now 9-3.
Shaw was there for Buffalo, able to time that one good. It looked like maybe a little timing error from Vitskova and Jones, not really able to get a good swing on it. And again, Shaw there, able to keep it back for the Bulls.
Brissett finds the opening. Again, a big point to stop the run of Buffalo.
It was really, really nice job by Brissett. You can see on that play, she was on the outside for that rotation. Normally hits on the right side, but was able to get up. And you could see a little bit of a missed time as well from the block for Buffalo. So able to utilize that to her advantage.
Great shot, guys. That time a little deep from Forlan.
And that is her first error on the night. She has 7 kills, and up until that point, maybe
a touch.
It looks like maybe that was ruled a touch. So I think we're going to get a challenge here from the Zips. So we'll see. Maybe it wasn't her first error that night.
Well, I looked down. You had Lauren Baker with the ball on one end, and Buffalo the ball on the other end behind. Like, well, who's serving now? Akron, they were able to hang around in that second set and finally take control late in the second set. And now early in this third set, it's getting away a little bit at 10-4.
It is. Akron looking to hopefully come away with this challenge, go back to the service line, and go on a run of their own. They've been struggling so far in the third set to string together points. Buffalo has been doing a little bit better job of that, being a little bit more consistent, and currently up 6. So we will see who ultimately is coming away with the challenge. Again, Akron challenged the touch call from that back row attack from Forlan. So we'll see here in a minute who gets awarded the point.
You know, Drew Puckrin looking at Amanda Horniak's view right there. He's made his decision now. Amanda trying to show him the Akron point, I think, but it's not that easy to do.
And it looks like that will be reversed. The ball has been called out. Akron awarded the point. So now only down by 4. Lauren Baker back to serve.
That's big. Baker trying to start an Akron run right now. Brissett, Jones, and Torrey up front right now for the Zips. On the run. Can Akron answer? They cannot. Boy, Taya Shaw, nice swing that time by Buffalo.
Yeah, that was a great swing by Shaw down the line. Del Rio was able to get a hand on it. I think she was just kind of standing in the right place at the right time, but Akron couldn't quite come away and keep that ball alive, so that kill's going to Shaw.
5-point lead. Buffalo extends it. Mandy Lee.
Great serve by Mandy Lee. That ball had a lot of speed on it, and again was very, very tight to the top of the net, so it makes it really difficult for the receiver to figure out where that ball's going and pick it up early enough.
Same thing there. Krista Thulu. Again, Molina on the outside. Akron point stops the bleeding a little bit. 11-6 now. Again, Akron not starting early in these last two sets and looking for that run to get them back into the match. Carnella Jones behind the line for the blue and gold. Huge swing, but Akron the block off the Trebahovska swing.
Huge block by Krista Thulu. She lined up on that one perfectly. Again, that's something we've been seeing a lot from the Zips. Maybe they're lined up, but hands aren't quite pressed over the net, but that was not the case for that one. Krista Thulu was there, came up with a big block, but looks like there we have a service error from Carliana Jones.
Inopportune time for the Zips. It closed to within 4. Trebahovska serving. They can't find the hole. Buffalo answers. Forland sent it back. Just to Thulu. Akron point. Big swing off of the hands of UT. It's 12-8.
Seems like Buffalo's block on the outsides has made a little bit of an adjustment. They're staying a little further out, a little bit closer to the pin, but it looks like Akron has also been adjusting, and they've taken a lot of balls sharp cross court, kind of inside of the Buffalo block.
Forlan again comes up big. That's her 8th kill. Just one error tonight. It's back to a 5-point bull advantage. UT behind the line for Buffalo. Glad you're watching tonight. ESPN Plus from Akron. Great swing. Big time by Akron. Melissa Torre comes through.
Great job there by Melissa Torre. Again, it's pretty helpful when you have a front row setter able to kind of help draw the block with the jump set, and then Torre was able to just kind of wrap around, run that quick ball behind Vitskova, came away with a big swing.
Sophia Twig, the big service ace for the Zips. Now we're 13-10, back to within 3.
Really, really tough serve there from Sophia Twig. You can see that ball comes off her hand. Not an ounce of spin, and it just drops right at the last second. Really, really tough ball to pass, but again there, yet another service error, making it tough to keep the momentum on Akron's side.
You're right, that takes the wind out of your sails, as you mentioned earlier. You get the run, you're back to within 3. Kira Clyden back to serve again for the Bulls. Baker. They can't get to it. Akron point on the Baker swing. That's her 14th kill, leading everybody tonight. Want to make your move now, I think, not let them get to 20 in a hurry. Del Real. Oh my goodness. She's had 3 tonight, and that's just not Vanessa Del Real.
It's not. She does have a pair of aces as well, so you can tell she's going back there and trying to serve aggressive, but it seems like service errors in this 3rd set have been quite the killer for Akron.
And they give it back. Well, Del Real coming in, 16 errors all year, and 3 tonight, or 4 tonight. that shows that's just not her game. But they give it back. Vitskova now for the Zips. That caught the net a little bit. Lee, Akron got hands on it, and that finds the corner.
Maybe a little bit of a hit there by Mandy
Probably
Lee
a good thing.
on that overpass, but it worked out. It was still able to keep in the court. I think it snagged a little bit of the line in the back corner, so that gives her a kill on the stat line. But geez, another service error there for Buffalo. It seems like they're going back and forth.
It's contagious, I think, a little bit, kind of like free throw shooting. But I would still want Del Rio serving with the match on the line.
I agree with you there.
Despite the errors at times. Good serve by Baker that time. Brissett. Good job by Del Rio. Brissett, they dig it out. Gabby. Can they find the hole? They cannot. That's a great play. Now Buffalo comes up big on the rally.
Nice defensive play by both teams there to keep that alive. We're seeing a lot of scrappy plays, which is exactly what you want from both sides to try and limit the offense from going on a run. But it looked like Trebahovska was able to come up with the kill down the line.
Bulls serving. Brissett. Point Buffalo. Now it's a 5-point lead again. Mandy Lee going back to serve, and Tyson Norton calls timeout for Akron. The lead's back to 5. They've led by as many as 6 in this second set. Percentages again, they're still pretty even pretty much, with 287 for Akron, 2-6 or 287 for Buffalo, and 2-6-5 for Akron. It's been a back and forth match. Akron just can't get that one big huge run to close to within 2 or 1 right now.
Yeah, so Akron here so far through the first 3 sets has 10 service errors, only 3 aces, where Buffalo, they have 6 service errors, but it looks like they also have 6 aces as well. So a little bit easier to swallow when you can match up that ratio. So Akron probably gonna still stay aggressive. They're, again, notoriously a good aggressive serving team, so I don't think we'll see any back off from them, but I think if they continue a run of service errors, maybe they're gonna have to make a few adjustments in order to stay in the game.
And the blocks again still big. Buffalo 16, Akron only 8. As Buffalo has been very active tonight for the Bulls. Baker 14 kills, leading Akron. 8 for Forlan for the Bulls. Now big points. They're all big now. Mandy Lee serving for Buffalo with a 5-point second set lead. Both the first 2 sets were 25-23 sets, and we're 1-1 right now. Akron needs a point. Christodoulou way up in the air. Nice block. Akron gets the point big time that time by Jones and Brissett at the net. Well, Carliana comes through. She'll be serving now. Christodoulou, Akron point. Can't use your feet. Chance got soccer tight. He can use his feet over there, I guess, but not inside the Rhodes Arena tonight. Nice swing. Vitskova there, but they can't come up with it. On the outside, Buffalo getting the big point that time on Trebahovska's kill. She waits for the ball.
She's been a little bit quiet here tonight. Has 7 kills, 8 errors. So not the night I think she was looking to have, but there's still a lot of game left, and she's been a big piece of Buffalo's offense so far this season.
Arakuchi comes through, the freshman. Now it's a 5-point lead. Buffalo is at 20. Not much room for error right now for Akron, as Katarine Trebihovska back to serve for the Bulls. Caught the net. Baker played it. Christodoulou. Big Akron point, 20-16. You have to have runs now. You cannot trade points if you're the Zips. Riley Chaussee, she was serving in. And Akron won the first or their second set tonight. Little dump. Arkushi, but Akron answers. Christodoulou. Akron point. 20-17. Back to within 3. Chaussee needs about a 5-point run right here. She has 2. Buffalo answers in the middle. 21-17.
Nice kill there by Shaw. Again, good job by Buffalo to stay in system. The game right now, especially at this point, is going to come down to serve and pass. So who can stay in system the most, especially on serve receive?
She's had 2 big kills in this set. There's the block that time by Arkuchi, who she's in big late now. It's now a 22-17 lead. FUT serving. Buffalo trying to take control of this match right now. FUT. Del Rio. The block again. Abby Lee, 23-17.
That has been the answer for Buffalo all of tonight. Their block has been unstoppable. That one right there was the 18th block for the night for Buffalo. So pretty big number there, 2 in a row in this pretty crucial time for Buffalo. So if you're Akron here, you're maybe looking to see if you can have some off-speed shots, try and go high hands, maybe utilize the block a little bit more than just swinging right into it.
Christodoulou, Buffalo answers. Forlan, again Christodoulou, Buffalo block, number 21. Now it's set point in the 3rd set. Malia 7 blocks tonight, and Akron has 10. Maria FUT. Good serve. Akron stays alive. Christodoulou, her 14th kill to match Lauren Baker tonight.
That was a nice choice by Vitskova. They were able to hold the middle blocker for Buffalo, able to send that one out to Christodoulou and just kind of jammed that one cross court. So hoping to stay alive here from Sophia Twig behind the service line.
No margin of error right now for Akron. And they're still in this, 24-19. Good work at the net that time by Akron. It's Kova, Tora, and Baker up front. There's Sophia Twig. Good serve. Can they save it? Yes. No, they cannot. 24-20. This is almost the impossible spot Akron's in. Buffalo taking time. Bulls were up 24-18, and now it's 24-20.
Buffalo,
a long ways to go.
Yeah, Buffalo taking the timeout here to hopefully break up the momentum that the Zips have gained so far. Akron again has had a few service errors, so if you're Buffalo, calling a timeout right here, try and throw them off their game, hope for a service error is kind of the best that you're looking for. But if not, basically all they're going to need right here is going to be one good pass and able to put the ball down. We can see some stats up here through the first 3 sets, 46 kills.
Your thinking was right on line. They're thinking one more service error, and we've taken a 2-1 lead now. Sophia Twig on the run right now. Akron tries to stay alive. And they do. Block Akron on the outside.
Great work on the block from Lauren Baker. Again, was able to line up really good on Arcucci over there. Akron trying to make a comeback late in the third set, trying to hold off Buffalo, who has set point.
Twig. Lee. Baker again. Little dump. Buffalo answers. Forlan. Akron point, 24-22. Well, it doesn't matter how you get it, does it?
No, it seems like Buffalo is playing a little bit timid right now. But at this point in the game, all they need is one big kill. So go up, let's be aggressive, hopefully get a good pass here. Looking to end the set.
And there it is on the swing on the outside by Forlan. And Buffalo wins this third set 25-22. Boy, the sets tonight, the first two were both 25-23. This one's 25-22. And Buffalo now leads it 2-1. Stay tuned. Set 4 coming up. You're watching Mid-American Conference Volleyball.
Been staying in the game. They haven't really gone on too many runs, but they've been trying to limit how many Buffalo goes on. So as we start this fourth set, Akron starting with the serve, hoping that they can start off strong, go on a run, and hopefully not dig themselves a hole. That might be a little bit.
Sophia Twig to serve. Baker block. Akron takes the 1-0 lead. They really need a good start in this fourth set.
They did. This is a good rotation for the Zips to start in. They have both Lauren Baker and Carliana Jones in the front row, and they have Sophia Twig serving, who almost brought them back from a pretty big deficit late in the third set.
Baker, Akron, 2-0. It's big not to play from behind the entire half of this opening part of this fourth set. The Zips have done that almost every set tonight. Twig. Big swing that time by Arcucci again.
Arcucci with her 9th kill on the night, hitting about 500. Buffalo's been also doing a pretty nice job of spreading out their offense, run by Mandy Lee. And an ace there for the Bulls.
Arcucci's a 6'3" freshman. 2-2 now, service ace from Clyden, also a freshman. Del Rio, Lauren Baker. Can they save it? The Bulls do. Forlan. Jones, blocked again by Forlan.
Nice cover there by Riley Chasse, keeping it alive.
And the Bulls get the point. Bulls now a 3-2 run. Their network has really been good tonight for Buffalo. This time, that time.
Yeah, seems to be a little bit of a timing error between Vitskova and Carliana Jones. It looks like that pass was maybe just pulled slightly off the net, so it took Jones a little bit longer to get around, and then she got up in the air, but ball wasn't quite there. A little bit of a rare communication error.
4-point run, now a 5-point run. Do you stop it now? Do you wait when you're down 2-1 and they're on a 5-point run early in this set? Kind of a tough call, I think.
It is. It's a tough call, especially in the fourth set. You don't want to use your timeouts too early, so I could see letting it go a couple more points, but they've been handling the serve receive pretty well. They essentially just needed someone to put the ball away, and Vitskova decided to take it into her own hands and do just that. Smart play. You can see there, taking it over on 2. Really, really smart play. She hasn't done that too much here today, and there was really nice job of disguising that as a jump set.
It was a pretty move. Jones serving, but the Bulls get the point back. It's now 6-3. This is the fourth set. Baker, point Buffalo.
Looks like that one went into the antenna first.
Yes.
Yep, so point goes to Buffalo there. We have Forlin back behind the service line for the Bulls.
4-point lead. Bulls again work at the net, 8-3.
Great read there on the block by Abby Lee. She had her eyes on Melissa Torre the whole time and saw that she kind of transitioned off and was running that little push quick ball. Was able to time that perfectly and get just in front of her and come up with yet again another block for Buffalo.
Lee's got 10 tonight. Zips answer a needed point. Stops that mini run, 8-4 now. Zips on the road for the weekend. Toledo are making Ball State and Miami on the 11th and 12th. 6 o'clock Friday night and 4 o'clock on Saturday from Oxford. Vitskova. Mandy Lee, or Abby Lee, I beg your pardon. Baker. Net violation.
Yeah, it looks like on that follow through, Lauren Baker kind of hit the net with her fingertips on the way down. So point there going to Buffalo.
A 9-4 fourth set lead. OU trying to close it out tonight, or Buffalo trying to close it out. Akron digs it out per set. He's been quiet lately. Del Rio saves it. Brissett does as well. Baker. Big block, and Akron gets a big point.
Big block there by Melissa Torre and Lauren Baker. Trying to bring a spark for Akron. Down by 4, hoping that they can go on a run.
It seems like those types of rallies have always resulted in Buffalo.
That tipped the net was down or not. I'm not too sure exactly what the challenge is, but we will find out here in a minute.
Akron needs this point right now. Down it's 9-5 if it holds. If not, it's 10-4. And the Bulls are on a run, racing, trying to close this match out in 4 sets tonight. Good look at the Akron bench. They're trying to find something to combat it. There's your NCAA challenge system on reviewable plays. That
we have
the Zips at 7-9 and 3-1 in the MAC. Bowling Green, the only unbeaten team in the MAC at 5-0. Central Michigan and Eastern Michigan each 4-1. Here's the look again. Akron, Buffalo 3-1, Toledo 3-2, Ohio 2, State, Western Michigan each 1-3, and Miami, Northern Illinois, and Kent State all 0-4. So Akron, the good start to the MAC season.
And it looks like the point will stay with the Zips. So keeping the score at 9-5, Buffalo leading, but Akron's Lauren Baker back to serve for the Zips.
Well, that's a big challenge, and Akron does not forward the other way that time. Challenge fails for Buffalo. 9-5, fourth set. And a service error from Akron. Those are just leave you speechless.
They do, and again, that's exactly where that timely error comes from. After a timeout or a challenge, that's when you want to make sure that you keep the ball in play, because those can be huge momentum shifters. So while they may be serving aggressive, they maybe want to tune into those timely service errors.
Akron gets it back. The block out of bounds. It's 10-6. Del Rio to serve. She's ready for a run, I think. A big swing that time from Arcucci. Has come to life the last 2 sets. It's her 10th kill. At 11-6 bowls. And Trzebiechowska will serve for the blue-clad Bulls. Christodoulou, Forlan, off the Akron blocker. Brissett and Jones. It's now 12-6, a 6-point 4th set lead. Akron trying to find a way to stay in the match right now. Christodoulou, Brissett on the outside. Buffalo digs it out. Jones. UT, nice play that time. Del Rio, Brissett. Buffalo point, the block on the outside. Is that Forlan again?
It was. Forlan came up big with the block there. Both sides again playing good defense, keeping the ball alive, but ultimately that Buffalo block has been a force to be reckoned with.
You know, Bulls with that 2-1 lead now have a 7-point 4th set lead. Stay with us. We'll come right back. You're watching Mid-American Conference Volleyball. We are live on ESPN+.
It's okay. You got it. Come on.
We're back in the 4th set. Buffalo serving, leading by 7. It is long. It's now a 14-6 lead, the largest lead for any team at 8 points tonight. Trzebiechowska serving for the Bulls.
She's been on a nice run here for the Bulls. Not doing her normal topspin jump serve, but that one still had quite a bit of power behind it.
It sure did. Baker. Block again. Blocks have been so big tonight. Again, hands on that swing. Forlan. Jones, block again. That time by Shaw. Shaw the tip. Long rally. Were their hands on that? No, they were not. Akron point. I thought he might challenge that, but I guess not. 14-7. Chauncey's on the serve, replacing Brissett. Zips have not had a long run tonight. Forlan finds the hole.
Really smart play by Forlan. That spot has been pretty easy for Buffalo to score in so far throughout the night, especially early on in set 1. They had a lot of success going off speed into that donut portion middle of the court. So great job by Forlan to mix it up there.
UT serving. Christodoulou. Boy, great dig in the back that time by Buffalo, and Trzebiechowska. Jones, the block, but Akron's point, he went out of bounds. Buffalo content to trade points right now, leading 15-8. Twiggs on to serve, replacing Christodoulou. Nice job by Sophia tonight, serving for Akron. But I shouldn't have said that.
I think you jinxed her, Jim.
Put the whammy on Sophia. That is the 12th service error tonight. They've doubled up Buffalo on service errors. And back to an 8-point set lead as they're trying to wrap up the match tonight. Clyden. Baker. Oh, nice play that time by who else? One of the Lee sisters, Mandy Lee.
Again, Mandy Lee just being ultra aggressive as the front row setter. So a little bit of a broken play. It seemed a little bit congested on that right side of the court, and she decided she was going to take it into her own hands and threw that one over for a kill.
There's a service error on Buffalo now. Maybe that can spark Akron. Jones back for the Zips. 8-point Buffalo lead, fourth set. Forlan, her 12th kill.
And that's exactly what Mandy Lee does, is because the play before she was front row and took the ball over to attack, Akron kind of has to honor her as her own front row attacker. So you could see the right side blocker for Akron went up with her, and it ultimately left a one-on-none virtually, and Buffalo was able to come away with a big kill there.
Swing Forlan back row. Vitskova for Akron. Twig finds it. Baker. Del Rio keeps it alive. Net violation, Akron. That's a great call about Mandy Lee and what she can do. It's now a 10-point lead. Forlan serving. Akron will call timeout. We're trying to find answers in this fourth set. Down by 10. Zip percentage dwindling now to 17%. Buffalo at 25. Buffalo's made big plays tonight. With their net play, I think it's just been such a key with the 26 blocks, and you have Lee with her deception. It makes it tough on Akron all the way around.
It absolutely does. It makes it really tough to defend and to block. Again, we saw on that last play, Mandy Lee being front row was able to hold the blocker and give her outside a really, really good look. So if you're Akron, it makes it really difficult to figure out who to jump with, who to honor. So ultimately, Akron here is just going to try and make sure they don't make too many early moves, keep their eyes on the ball, and are trying to hopefully come on a late run and come back in the fourth set.
It's not just Akron making mistakes, it's Buffalo playing good volleyball tonight. Manuela Forlan will serve. The sophomore from Brazil, 6'2". She's had a great night. Twig, Baker. It's an Akron point. And the swing by Lauren Baker, her 16th kill to lead everybody tonight.
Yeah, that was really well done by Lauren Baker. The ball seemed to be maybe left. She was able to kind of get that nice high line shot. Not the easiest ball to hit, but really able to turn that thumb up and get the ball down the line.
A big swing by Trebihovska gets it right back for Buffalo with that 20-10 lead with Abby Lee back to serve. Baker, Lauren. Another kill for Lauren Baker. That's number 17 as Akron just trying to stay alive right now. Baker to serve. Bulls won the first set. Zips won the second set. Buffalo the third. They've all been close until this set. Del Rio. Christodoulou. Saved by Trebihovska. Brissett. They dig it out. They find the hole again. 21-11, back to a 10-point lead. Taya Shaw's been good tonight.
She has. She's done a really good job of showing her presence at the net, both offensively and defensively from the block.
Bulls to serve. Miscommunication.
Yeah.
I thought you were there and you weren't.
Yeah, I think that was a little bit of a miscommunication of who was supposed to go where. It looked like Gabby Brissett came inside. I think they're trying to figure out what their rotation is.
You rarely see that from them like that.
You do, yeah. That's a little bit of a tough one to try and figure out. It seems like they're just a little bit off right now of who's supposed to be where. I think they're still trying to figure it out, but Luckily, I think they got the point, so hopefully they can avoid that in the next rotation. But still a little bit of confusion as to who is supposed to go back to the service line, but hopefully they have it figured out.
The Krista Thulu swing got them the point. Vanessa Del Rio to serve. Buffalo by 10. Easy for me to say. Forlan, blocked by Jones. Akron point.
I don't think that one quite got over the net, so I think that will be a 4 contacts for Buffalo. So point for the Zips. Del Rio still at the service line, hoping to go on a last-minute run here for the Zips.
It's got to be big. That is wide off of Arcucci. And she's been good as well tonight. Only her 4th error. Hitting over 400 tonight for the Bulls. There's Vanessa again. Akron down by 8. Shaw. A little Kennard there, action. Looked like Ellen Kennard that time off the 1
She
foot.
did. Able to kind of run behind the setter in that slide type of approach, jumping off of 1 leg, pulling up a big swing there for Buffalo. Needed for them to get out of that rotation and hopefully close out the 4th set.
They're 2 points away from winning the match. Big serve, but it's too long from Trebihovska. 8-point lead for the Bulls. Riley Chaussee will serve for Akron. They made a late run the last set to get within 2 at one point. Del Rio. Krista Thulu. Akron point, 23-16. And they'll stop it right now. Good timeout by Buffalo. Akron made a late charge in that 3rd set. When they were down, I believe it was 24-16.
Yeah, I think so. They definitely made a big run trying to come back and win that set, but ultimately came up just shy.
This is difficult now that you cannot make a mistake anywhere right now, down by 7, but they've got 23. That's the big thing.
Yeah, Akron here looking to stay behind the service line and just keep being aggressive again at this point. You know, they're just really trying to make sure that they can keep Buffalo out of system in order to stay in this match.
Game of numbers. Set number 4, Chaussee. It's in play. Forlan. And it finds and just drops over the net. Thought they might catch a break for a moment, but not the case. Forlan, 13th kill. It's now 24-16 match point for the Bulls. Fute. Jones. Nice play by Baker. Here's a block again. They've done it all night long. Jones again. Akron stays alive, 24-17. But every serve is match point.
Sophia Twig headed back to serve for the Zips. She's been doing a really good job behind the service line for the Zips tonight. So if there's anyone to have in this moment, it's Sophia Twig. Hopefully she can string together some and keep them alive. But to your point, Jim, you only got 1 more point.
Now, when I said that the last time, it didn't work.
I must be good luck. It worked for me this time.
Sophia Twig, 24-18 now.
Another look here at that serve. Again, she does a really nice job of having that ball drop last minute. You could see again from that angle too, virtually no spin on the ball, making it really difficult to serve receive.
Forlan off Akron's hands. It is over at the Rhodes Arena as the Bulls won the final set 25-18. And they win tonight in 4 sets, 3-1. Well, they did a lot of things right tonight on the Buffalo side. And Akron just some untimely errors tonight as the Zips with the loss. fall now to 3-2 in the MAC and 7-10 overall, while Buffalo goes to 8-10 and 4-1. They have won 4 consecutive matches. And your leaders tonight, you know, Forlan just had a great match.
She did. Forlan did an excellent job leading the Bulls with 14 kills, hitting .238. She was basically doing it all. We saw a lot of back row